I'm gonna try giving him a call right now. See how it works. Hey, you fucker. Alright. Up to a hell of a start here. Keeping that in, you fucker.
Did you get my text?
Shit. I don't think. Hold on. I don't. It was like a phone text? Hold on.
Yeah, it was a phone text.
Oh! That one. Yeah, I got that one. Before we start, should we say hello and welcome, or do we just ignore that and they could just suck it up?
Say hello and welcome to who?
To the one person that's probably watching this, which is probably you in the future.
Oh yeah, I probably will.
All right.
Let me bring up my notes really quick.
Okay, you got it all on your phone. Oh, I see you got a lot of notes from the Bethesda booth.
Yeah. Exactly. Let me bring. Yeah, because I made notes of stuff that I wanted to specifically talk about.
Okay. So I wrote not much, but a very little bit of like pre E3, like the hype before it.
Yeah, because there was a lot of stuff that announced beforehand too.
Because I was gonna say there was a couple of games I was immediately like interested about with that. I only wrote down like 3 different things, so that's probably something we could just breeze over.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know if you wrote anything before E3, but
not really beforehand, but like I said, I gotta bring all my shit up really quick. Oh, that's nice. There's a whole E3 recap page. That's nice.
Yeah, I by the time I went to go look for the Square Enix one, they were still finishing up, and some fucker was like uploading 15-minute shortcuts. They're pretty much watching they pretty much kept uploading videos of like E3 Xbox in 15 minutes, Ubisoft in 15 minutes, and I'm actually kind of surprised he was able to talk about Ubisoft for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, because Ubisoft was kind of just,
Most of my notes are actually Xbox, and but I will admit, the Square Enix one, I do got a good chunk in here.
Yeah, they had a lot more, because last year it sucked dick. Last year's fucking Square Enix was fucking shit. Like, not gonna lie.
I didn't watch it. Oh, wait, no, I did watch it last year, because I remember being interested in Dragon Quest. Whichever one we're on now, that's getting remade anyway. Before I even played it. You know, I noticed a lot of games were being remade, and a lot of them were my backlogs, and I felt personally attacked.
Yeah, I noticed that too. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, wow. Okay.
I was like, that's been shit I've been meaning to play. Has it really been that long?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a few with me too.
Like I didn't write it down, but The Last Remnant was one of them. Fucking the Dragon Quest, Octopath Traveler's getting a PC port. Like, I was like, Jesus, how long has this been?
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm almost done. Did you watch the Limited Run one?
I just remembered now about it, but I remember getting an email talking about the Power Rangers.
It was fucking hilarious if you watched it. It was actually, like, they had fucking JoJo references in it.
They had what?
They had JoJo references in the fucking limited.
Oh, so they blue balled us on Eyes of Heaven, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did. I thought they were setting up for that, and no. I was like, "You're a fucking."
Yeah, I know Eyes of Heaven was definitely not in there because I would have known by now. Like I would have heard.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that sucks. No, I didn't see it. I know about the Power Rangers thing. I got an email saying that was available right now. I think I saw a lineup. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, what were the... I guess we should just start with that while I'm there, and I can maybe, because I don't think this will take long. What was announced? Because I didn't watch that.
Well, the thing with that was it wasn't so much like what was announced. Like, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of stuff that they announced. But my favorite part about it was it started off with just them in their office, and they're just, guys, we can't afford like a big ass conference room and everything, and like we can't afford to go to Los Angeles. They're like, but I found a way that we could still do a conference and save money. So literally, it just cuts to them inside of a fucking shittily 3D rendered like room with like fake audience members that are like, yeah. and they're just like in a fake ass conference room, and they're obviously green screened in there. It's just like really shitty, but it's hilarious. I thought it was hilarious, and they were like making fun of like all the other conferences of what they do. It was pretty. I thought it was pretty funny.
Maybe I'll go back and I'll watch that one.
Yeah, and again, like the JoJo reference wasn't just like one thing; it was like three things. It was like, okay, what?
They really did blue ball.
Yeah, they did. I seriously thought they were setting up for Eyes of Heaven. But,
So, I know Psychonauts was before E3, but what were the other ones? Exactly.
For a limited run?
Yeah.
The big one for me was the other Supergiant game that I never shouted about was Transistor. That was another one that I was excited for.
Oh, Transistor is one they...
Yeah, they announced. That was one I've been waiting for a few years now. So I enjoyed that. But there was like a lot of stuff like I haven't heard of, but that always happens with limited run, which is kind of nice because it's kind of sometimes I will check out games, because of that.
Let me see then. I'll go Google it. Actually,
The exact lineup, but that was the main one I remember because I was looking forward to. But
oh, you know what? I did look up at the lineup.
mm-hmm.
Which were kind of okay. Let's see. Oh, actually, maybe I didn't see the full thing.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely did not see the full thing. There's a lot of these I didn't know about. I remember a lot of people talking about Secret Monkey Island and...
Yeah.
Or not the Secret, but Monkey Island, the Star Wars stuff. But I didn't really look into it. I knew about Bounty Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing NES and Game Boy for Star Wars?
Yeah, that was cool. Like, they kind of announced a bunch of Star Wars games.
A lot of this is like, I'm confused at how they're going to get some of these to work, but if they can, I mean, kudos.
Yeah.
Turok and Turok 2 on Switch is kind of cool.
Yeah. Which I was surprised they did Turok because if I remember right, Night Dive Studios was trying to, like, bring those... I don't know if it was those ones specifically, maybe it was the older ones that they were trying to bring to modern consoles.
I see Shenmue 3. That's kind of sad that has to be limited run.
The weird thing is I think Shenmue 3 is actually like everywhere, but limited run is the only one getting the special edition for it. That was the weird part about that.
A Corpse Killer. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot of okay stuff, but
Yeah, it was stuff that you were like, like it was crazy. In
I
my
mean, a
opinion.
lot of them that I'm interested in are the Star Wars games, but a lot of them are like PC only, and the ones that aren't like I could easily just get a GameCube copy of or something, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's an alright layout. I definitely was, I guess, a little too hyped because he was like, "You wouldn't." If I had told myself the lineup, I wouldn't have imagined this. You know, like
Yeah,
it's. I don't know. I also think the Power Rangers one is really stupid. The fact that that's like the big one, they're like, you could pre-order it right now. Like, no.
yeah,
That was.
yeah. We were just
I'm sorry. Um. So, like, all right. So that's limited run.
yeah,
If I want to be nice to myself, I guess we could talk about maybe Bethesda and Ubisoft before I cut this one off.
yeah. Oh shit, were you already recording?
Yeah,
Oh my bad. I
That's
didn't
why-
know you were.
that's
Oh,
why
shit.
when you were ripping ass, I was like, I'm keeping that in, you motherfucker.
Oh shit, I did not know that.
Yeah. Gotta keep it
Well,
genuine somehow.
I guess I'll have to be the one person to watch it later. Oh my god.
So, yeah, let's just jump right to Ubisoft and Bethesda then, while we have the little time that we do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because I wanted to keep it to 15. We're already at 17, but I mean, these are so short, I could just slap them right in.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could do it for like each individual one, maybe. You know, obviously the smaller ones you could put together with others.
That's what I was honestly considering at this point. I was like, honestly, Ubisoft and Bethesda are so small. Let me just slap them right in and make this one just a little longer than 15. Plus, I'll have to edit anyway, so it won't be a full 15. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess let me start with Ubisoft, because that one I got at least a little bit of positivity for.
Yeah. No, yeah, I had some stuff to talk about with that.
My first note was it was mostly just updates on previous stuff that we already knew about. Like, it was mostly just Rainbow Six and Tom Clancy.
Yeah, and then they announced what was it,
Wait, Rainbow
Breakpoint?
Six is Tom Clancy. God,
Well, yeah.
it was
well,
pretty
yeah,
much
it
just
is.
Tom Clancy as a whole E3 panel.
Yeah. No, you are
I'm
right.
actually, I was really upset that all we got for Assassin's Creed was the Symphony.
Yeah, because honestly, when they started with the Symphony, I thought they were going to talk about, Assassin's Creed, but
You know, the sad part was, the other thing I wrote that was negative was, there was only one new game and it was easily forgettable, which was the God and Monsters. But the sad part was that wasn't even their one and only new game. The other one was so forgettable, I didn't realize until we were talking about this. But the Watch Dogs, I forgot entirely about the new Watch Dogs.
the thing that I will say about Watch Dogs is, like, when I was watching, I thought, the old lady and everything was funny, but I'm like, that's fine and all, but it's not really going to save, like, I don't know. Me personally, I was never into Watch Dogs, just because it kind of reminded me of Grand Theft Auto, but with hacking and I don't know. But I thought it was cool though that you could play as anyone. But I kind of have to wonder, like, can you really play as everyone, or is it just like people like you just, you know what I mean, like generic people? Like, I don't think they would possibly program and voice act all these random people. Like, there's no way.
I can't imagine either that, or it'll be a very small town.
Yeah, when you think about the scope of that, like, I have to doubt that. Like, I really do. And if they do that, it's like, it's not worth all of that work, in my opinion. Like, you know what I mean? Or it'll be like Skyrim, where everyone has the same fucking voice actor. Like,
Everyone sounds like this a whole time.
Yeah. I see. You want to join the Dawn Guard? You're like, yeah, okay. All right, whatever.
The one positive thing I actually have written down here was Division 2 actually saying that it was going to be free to play for June 13th through 16. But my only concern was they did not specify if it was for those 3 days only or if it was the keep.
I think what it was is kind of like a trial for people who haven't played it. I think is what they were saying, but
they said it was like 100% free, totally available June 13th through 16. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then he went right to the expansion trailer. I'm like, wait a minute, you're not going to specify if that was for the weekend or for the keep?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's something you got to clarify now, especially with Steam always offering free games for a weekend and then just...
That is very true.
Because the thing is, you gotta think, like, I'm not gonna install a game and play it for only 3 days.
No,
especially if half a day is gonna be taken to install that shit. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's not really worth it. Definitely.
So I'm gonna keep an eye out because that is something I've been meaning to play, and if it's free to keep, I'll get it. I'll get it for you to play, and I'll make sure to grab some friends to play it with.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I don't expect much, but you know, at least a free version of the game is a lot better than paying for it.
Another one that kind of interested me, and the only reason why it interested me is because it had the director for Resident Evil, and that was that Ghostwire game.
Oh,
but
shit.
Honestly,
yeah, I entirely forgot to write that one down. Yeah. Wait, no, that was Bethesda, wasn't it?
Was that Bethesda?
Yeah, it was.
Maybe I'm just stupid and forgot. But either way,
I think it was. Let me look that up too.
Shit, I need to... I'm getting them mixed up because we watched
Tokyo. Yeah, that one caught my eye too.
Yeah, and they the old.
How happy and wholesome she was to present this game too. That was Bethesda.
I know. She was like, hell yeah! Like I was like, well.
Yeah, that was Bethesda. I forgot about that for a second, but no, I was definitely interested. Can't believe I didn't write that down.
Yeah, it was.
I guess that's a way to transition to Bethesda, because that was all I wrote for Ubisoft anyway.
Yeah, let me see. Ubisoft. The only other thing I said about Ubisoft was how stupid their service is. Like, the pay $15 a month. When isn't, like, Xbox Game Pass only $10 a month and you get, like, 10 billion times more? Like,
yeah, so with the Game Pass, I'll mention that a little more. But that whole thing is now, if you have a PC, you can get both Xbox and PC's Game Pass library for $5 more.
But I just don't get why you do that for just Ubisoft. Because, like, Ubisoft has stuff, but not like, not like that. I don't know. That was just the only other thing I said. But yeah, we could go to...
we could go talk about that another time.
Yeah, exactly. And
then... Yeah, so then... Yeah, let's just go right to Bethesda then.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else about Ghostwire you had that you wanted to talk about?
The main thing was just the original director for Resident Evil. And granted, they said they weren't going for, like, survival horror, but I still think it looked pretty promising, because, like, I really, really like horror games, but I find that a lot of horror games really turn out to just be the same. So I'm hoping that it's, a breath of fresh air. I'm hoping. That was my thing with that. Like, we haven't seen enough to really say for sure if it's going to be good or noteworthy, but definitely stuck out to me for that reason. But yeah, that was my main thing with it. I don't know how much you had for that for Bethesda, but
Bethesda was my very first note, and it was the biggest note I had, was nothing but shitty mobile games and expansions for shitty MMOs.
And see, my thing with that is, like, they're trying to get people excited about a mobile game. Like, are you kidding me? Like, nobody cares. Like, nobody really fucking cares. Like, I'm sorry. Like, okay, you have, what was it, Elder Scrolls Blade? Like, I'm sorry, but it's just, yeah. I don't understand it.
What was the other one? What was it? There's that cartoony one.
Oh, Commander Keen.
I felt so bad because I was just so like bored and fed up with Bethesda shit at that point in time that when she was like, "Hey, I have my own game. Who's ready for this fun, wacky Saturday cartoon like game?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." Then she said, "Mobile," and I was like, "Fucking."
Yeah, the moment that I hear mobile, I'm out. Like, I'm sorry.
The minute she said the word mobile, I'm like, "Go fuck yourself!" Like, I just, I was so mad.
Yeah, I also, the other thing I wanted to say was did you see when they started the conference? They were trying to do damage control with Fallout 76. They were
my god, yeah, Todd Howard walks up.
They're like, "You're really good at telling us what you think." Like, yeah, no fucking shit. And they were like, just because you joke about it doesn't mean that it's good for you guys, but I'm glad they at least acknowledged it, because it'd be bad if they just like grazed over it.
It was funny because like you could see like Todd's face was like taking it with a grain of salt.
Oh yeah,
he's like, and with some of that excitement, we're surprised you're still here, and he's like, "You fucking
that was that was great." And honestly, that was the main reason I wanted to watch, was to see him squirm. Not gonna lie. And then like when they announced like the Wastelanders DLC for free, I'm like, honestly, don't ask like you're doing us a favor, because if you charge money, you wouldn't get shit for it. So fuck off with that. You know what I mean? Like, no one would ever pay.
And that was one of the things I did get spoiled. I did get spoiled that there was free DLC about that. Yeah. While I was working.
And you want to know the funniest thing about that is, what was the big sell point when it first came out? They're like, no NPCs, no story, because it's fun just with friends. Now they're like, yeah, shit, maybe we should have NPCs in a story. Like, isn't that hilarious? Like, they like instantly change, and they tried to act like it was all planned from the beginning. I'm like, no, fuck off. Like, get out of here. Also, the Battle Royale, I was like, dude, the moment they add a Battle Royale is the moment you know that they're, like, desperate.
It's funny because right below the negative note I had 3 simple words, and that was the rest of my notes for Bethesda.
Yeah.
Doom looked alright.
My thing with Doom was, I literally was watching with, my girlfriend, but it, when we were watching the demo, I'm like, this, looked a lot like the first Doom. Like, and when I mean a lot, like, I mean the same exact beats of the trailer. So I literally played the original trailer and the new trailer, and they were like the same fucking thing. Like, even ending with the BFG and everything, I'm like, dude, like, don't get me wrong, like, it looks fun, but it's not like gonna sink $60 into this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, I never even thought of sinking $60 in the first one. Like, I liked the first, but I played the first level, maybe, like, I think I played maybe the first 3, 4, maybe 5th level, and that was it. I never cared to continue.
I got bored instantly on that, like, instantly. So.
But I only paid $20, and it was mostly to see how well my computer could run at the time.
The main thing that I liked about the game was the music, and that was pretty much it.
Now, this one,
That's what I felt about it. That's how I felt about it.
Now, this one I thought was a little more interesting because it felt like there was actually more of a story.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wait a minute, Doom's getting an actual story? Like, okay.
Yeah, I know. That is true.
Like, that was what caught my interest. Not so much the gameplay or the trailer, but the fact that they're actually considering writing out a story into it. I'm like, alright. And I don't know why, but my dumb ass was expecting him to like start talking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all I got written down for those two. Was there anything else you wanted to add or mention?
For Bethesda?
Bethesda, Ubisoft, limited run, or before E3?
No, I think that was everything.
Alright, well, unfortunately we hit 30, but...
Damn it. Yeah.
But I'll edit it out! This one may be longer, but hey, we went through the smaller shit for now, and...
We actually went through a lot of stuff, though.
Plus, somebody decided to rip ass the minute they answered the call, so...
I didn't know you were recording!
Well, now you suffer!
The second time I can say I did. Did it come through alright?
I don't know. How's your butt feel?
I had a shit ton of Portillos. That's all.
Oh, jeez. Alright. Well, thank you, everyone, for suffering through half an hour of your time. Hope to see you on the next one where we talk about... Let's talk about Xbox.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to talk about for Xbox.
Alright, hope to see you soon.
Goodbye.
Don't.
Josh, get on.